We are continuing the interview class because so many things have to be covered. Inflation, we saw inflation can be divided into two types like this. Cost push inflation, demand pull inflation. What is cost push inflation? The cost of the raw materials go up, cost goes up. Then it becomes cost push inflation. Costs go up in general, any cost. Demand pull, because of demand the prices go up. That is demand pull inflation. Then WPI inflation and CPI inflation. They are of two different types, WPI and CPI. Reserve Bank of India was taking into account WPI inflation for the purposes of monetary policy. Only after Raghuram Rajan became the Reserve Bank of India governor, he appointed a committee, Urjit Patel committee. Urjit Patel later became the governor. At that time, when Raghuram Rajan was the governor, Urjit Patel was a deputy governor. Urjit Patel was an economist. Urjit Patel committee he appointed, whatever it is, and Urjit Patel recommended taking CPI inflation into account for the purpose of monetary policy. At that time, India was the only country which was taking WPI inflation for the purpose of monetary policy, which is incorrect, because what affects the consumer is CPI inflation, not WPI. What is WPI inflation? CPI inflation is, suppose I go to a wholesale market. Suppose this pen I buy. This is I think 30 rupees. This is 1 pen if I buy 30 rupees. That is consumer price or retail price, whatever it is. The same thing if I buy 100 pens in the wholesale market, instead of 30 rupees, they will give at 20 rupees. So that is the wholesale price. Wholesale price is always lower than retail price, always. Anything, potato, anything. So for the public, wholesale price is irrelevant. In the telephone directory, they call it as B2B, B2C. B2B is business to business. That is wholesale price. B2C is business to consumer or customer. That is CPI. So for us, CPI is the most important. So thankfully, Reserve Bank of India is taking into account the CPI price for the purposes of monetary policy. Of course, they will take into account the WPI also, but mainly it is CPI. Like objective, what is the objective of Reserve Bank of India? The main objective is controlling inflation. Now, sovereign gold bond to open for subscription on May 17. Sovereign gold bond. What is sovereign gold bond? Why sovereign gold bond? The people are investing in, Indians in general, they invest in gold heavily. We import a lot of gold, as a result of which our foreign exchange reserves come down. Our deficit, current account deficit, capital account deficit, trade deficit, so many things are there. That also I will explain. One of the deficits go up. So to solve this problem, whoever wants to invest in gold, real gold, instead of that they can go invest in sovereign gold bond. Whoever is bothered about the returns only. Then there is another article in Business Standard by Shankaracharya, who was the chief economic advisor to the government of India. Economic outlook for 2021-22. I will talk about this tomorrow. Shankaracharya is lovely. He writes beautifully. So many interesting things will be there. There are several people who write beautifully in India. Then this GSAB, that is another very important. GSAB. What is GSAB? How much is Reserve Bank of India going to pay under GSAB? What will be the impact? All these things are very important. Then next one. IDBI Bank. IDBI Bank is in the news continuously because Reserve Bank of India's prompt corrective action. It has come out of Reserve Bank of India's prompt corrective action, and LIC is the major shareholder. So many things are there in the newspapers. I will tell you tomorrow all these things. Then I will take SBI clerical exam, officer exam, Reserve Bank of India grade B also for the next year phase 1 exam. I am just giving an example. So, another question. One of the students is working in a bank in North India. He WhatsApped me. Sir, I am in this particular bank in the deposits section. What are the questions they may ask in the deposits section? That also I will explain in detail after a few more days time. Now I will just give you an idea. Deposits, what is the most important? KYC. KYC, know your customer. Now Reserve Bank of India latest news is they have approved video KYC. Video KYC norms they have approved. That is very important. What is KYC? Why KYC is required? These are very important. As far as deposits are concerned, we call them, the most important is CASA deposits. CASA is, CA is current account, SA is savings account. Current account, savings account, deposits. Now, what is a current account? All the business establishments, they should have their account only as current account. See, for example, I am taking bank exam classes in Chennai since 2008. I have a current account with one of the banks. Whatever fees I am collecting from the students, I am supposed to credit only that current account. And no interest is paid on current account balances. See, there are 4 types of accounts. One is current account, CA. Another is savings account. Another is term deposits. Another is recurring deposits. They can ask questions on this. We will see one by one later. Here the most interesting thing is, out of the 4 accounts, the only account on which Reserve Bank of India decides the interest rate is current account. And the interest rate is 0. No bank can give even 0.01% interest rate on current account. The interest rate on current account is 0. That alone is decided by Reserve Bank of India. Why it is 0? Because current account, it is a costly thing for the bank. There will be a lot of transactions. Because it's a business account. There will be so many checks for credit. They will be issuing checks. So the transactions will be more. The cost also will be more. The cost per transaction, they call it. That question also they can ask. ATM. What is the cost per transaction for the bank? Suppose a customer goes to an ATM and withdraws money. What is the cost per transaction for the bank? Suppose he goes to a bank branch. What is the cost per transaction to the bank? Cost per transaction. These are all very important. Those who are working in banks, they may be asked these questions. In the past also they have asked. Then, current account interest rate is 0. Savings account, we all have savings account. ATM card is given, etc. etc. The interest rate, savings account interest rate is not decided by Reserve Bank of India. The interest can be 0 also. If State Bank of India decides to give 0% interest rate from tomorrow, they can give 0% interest rate from tomorrow. If they want, they can give 100% also. There is no such ceiling. Same thing here, term deposit, recurring deposit also. But this current account, savings account is very important for the banks because the interest rates given on this, on current account 0, savings account also they give very low interest rate, 3%, 4%. Only a few private banks give 7% also. But in term deposit, they are giving more interest rate, term deposit and recurring deposit. So these are the cheap form of deposits for the banks. Therefore, the more CASA deposits the banks have, the better it is for the banks. State Bank of India's CASA deposit, I think, is the highest in India. Generally, State Bank will be the highest, more than 40%. But ICICI Bank and all also, they are all competing. A good number of current accounts, they have gone from State Bank of India to other private sector banks. Government, some government accounts also, that also they can ask. Now, Nirmala Sitharaman, who is the finance minister of the country, she has made some changes that Government accounts can be kept with private sector banks. That is also another very important development. Kindly go through. That is also very important. So we will see the other things tomorrow. I will give more and more details which will be directly useful. All the best. Bye.